I want to talk about me, want to talk about I, want to talk about number one, oh my, me, my. This is just going to be a quick about me video for those of you who are watching the show or found yourself on my page and want to know more about me. Let's start at the beginning. My name's Nick FOXER. I'm 30 years old. I was born in an awesome little town an hour north of San Francisco called Sebastopol, California. Fun fact, I'm an only child. Here's a couple pictures of me as a kid. Cute kid. Chubby cheeks. I had 3 wonderful parents growing up. My dad, Paul, my mom, Patty, and my stepdad, Mark. Here's all 3 of us at Christmas time, and that's Miss Randy Nall right there. I was an outgoing kid, well-behaved, but still liked to perform, at school performances. My mom made me take piano lessons for a lot of years. Sometimes I would fight her because I did not want to practice, but she was adamant about those lessons, and I feel like it gave me the musical foundation, the musical bedrock for who I am today. Thanks, Mom. In high school, I started a pop-punk band called Absolute Zero. Here's a picture of us at Battle of the Bands. We ended up winning Battle of the Bands, actually, and got to record an EP at the local recording studio. After high school, I went to UCSB, UC Santa Barbara, in Southern California, and I didn't really know what I wanted to study, what I wanted to focus on. I did end up taking a lot of music classes and doing well in most of my music classes. And after a couple years there, I decided to transfer to a little no-name music school in St. Paul, Minnesota called McNally Smith College of Music, where I spent 1 year getting a 2-year degree in songwriting. After that, I moved to LA. I felt like that was the next logical step, was to kind of move to a big city and find where I fit in to the whole music machine. So I moved there with a guy that went to music school with me in St. Paul, a guy named Mitch. We're still friends to this day. He lives in Ibiza. If the journey happens to go to Ibiza, I'll probably, hopefully, meet up with him. Got a job in a cafe, started, networking with bands off Craigslist or whatever I could find. Ended up singing in a lot of different bands, sometimes only for a few weeks. The first band that I was in for a while was called The Alphabet. I also sang in a band called Phonocast, and Phonocast is actually pretty awesome. I'll put the link in the description, I guess, maybe, to our SoundCloud. We were pretty good. We were a piano rock band. I wrote the songs and played piano and was kind of the front man. We were a 4-piece band, and we were pretty good. I also got some pretty cool backup musician gigs while I was living in LA. I got to play keyboards for a band called the All American Rejects for a year. In like 2006, I went on tour with them. That was around the time that they had Move Along and Swing Swing and Dirty Little Secret. And I got to tour the globe with them. Went to Japan, Australia, Europe, Hawaii, and I played a bunch of TV shows like Conan and the Sharon Osbourne show and the Today Show. And that's kind of when I realized how much I love to travel. I had never done a lot of traveling up until then, and that kind of opened my eyes to how amazing the world is and how much I love traveling. I also briefly played keyboards for Selena Gomez for like 2 weeks. The audition kind of fell into my lap the night before. They hired me, and then 2 weeks later they fired me. And they didn't tell me why, and that hurts. That's still a sore spot in my life. So Selena, if you're watching this, why'd you fire me? I think Disney kind of treats their musicians like they're disposable people. Next. But I am in the first music video of Selena Gomez's, Fallen Down. If you watch that video, that's actually me in the background playing keyboards. Yeah, LA. I mean, what can I say? That's a crazy town. Everybody knows. But it's amazing. I love that city. It's a beautiful city. There's too many people. Way too many people. I kept coming back around to songwriting. Like, that's what I loved to do more than anything. More than performing or marketing my band or promoting my band. I loved to compose, like the actual songwriting. So it slowly dawned on me that I need to move to Nashville. Nashville is song central. It's, song is king. I've always loved country and pop and just, the more songwriting genres of music. So I moved here in 2010, late 2010, with aspirations of being an outside writer, writing for other people and with other people and kind of staying behind the scenes. And I randomly got a gig on the show Nashville I was in the right place at the right time, playing a writer's night at the Bluebird, and the assistant producer was in the crowd and said, hey, I'd love to get you on the show. And so I ended up getting a gig as Hayden Panettiere's guitarist. That lasted almost 3 seasons, but most of that was in season 2 and season 3. So if you watch Nashville season 2 or season 3 and you see a Hayden Panettiere performance, that's me in the background playing guitar. But the songwriting game in Nashville is struggling right now. It mostly has to do with the fact that the ways in which people are consuming music are changing. It's going, away from downloading and purchasing and more to streaming. And streaming royalty rates for songwriters currently are really bad. Virtually no money off Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music. This change kind of came right at around the same time that I had this idea for this show, this YouTube show. And the idea kept nagging at me, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it. I have to do it. And so it's coming at the right time when things in the songwriting world are, downsizing. I'm pivoting hard, and I'm going all in on this idea that I think is, dare I say, brilliant. If not brilliant, then at least creative and unique and one of a kind. I'm going all in. Next chapter, Earth to FOXER, here we come. Other things about me. Oh, I'm also diabetic. I've had diabetes since I was 5. It's just part of my life. It's second nature. I check my blood sugar all the time, give myself insulin all the time. In fact, I'm gonna give myself an insulin shot right now for you guys so you can watch. Easy as that. On that note, I'll see you on July 7th, episode 1, Earth to FOXER. Let's do this. Steer the journey. Earth to FOXER.